My name is Johnny Morris. I'm head of public policy at Embark. Embark's vision is to build a world where consumers pay less for the things they need, drivers stay closer to the homes they cherish, and roads are safer for the people we love. To realize this vision, we are bringing commercially viable driverless trucks to public roads. We believe the most impactful thing we can do to accelerate self-driving trucks from research into reality is to deploy a single, simple, focused commercial application. That's why since 2016, we have pioneered the concept of self-driving truck transfer hubs. In this concept, self-driving and human-driven trucks work together to highlight the strengths of each. Self-driving trucks are designed to do long stretches of interstate driving, where human drivers become fatigued or distracted. Human-driven trucks maintain short-haul routes in and around more densely populated areas at the beginning and ends of a freight movement, where human drivers' adaptability to complex driving environments and ability to interact with customers are most valued. And transfer hubs are purpose-built areas where human-driven and self-driving trucks can hand off shipments to each other. We think it's the best approach to bring self-driving trucks to the market. So here's a brief glimpse at where we've been. Embark launched in 2016, founded by a pair of Canadian roboticists in a small garage in Belmont, California. In 2017, we were regularly driving a 2-hour loop in the Bay Area without disengagements. Later that year, we pioneered human self-driving truck freight handoffs through a pilot project with Ryder and global appliance manufacturer Electrolux. In 2018, we completed the first coast-to-coast trip of an automated truck. And last year, we officially opened the world's first 2 permanent transfer hubs in Los Angeles and Phoenix, Arizona. What have we been up to since then? A couple months after last year's AVS, we announced our $70 million Series C fundraising round, led by Tiger Global and joined by previous round investors like Sequoia Capital, DCVC, Y Combinator, and others. This latest round has allowed us to continue to grow our team, which is now over 100 people. It also allowed us to avoid the flashier but somewhat superficial metrics of success, like number of trucks or one-off tech demos, and focus on internal milestones that will set us up for long-term success. For example, internal analysis last year revealed that raw mileage wasn't a significant bottleneck for us, so dramatically expanding our fleet would provide diminishing returns. In fact, as a self-driving company, overdriving miles you don't need to get large numbers increases your risks and costs without any appreciable benefit. Instead, we focused on things like improving the long-term reliability of our systems, building out internal data management and analytical tools needed to scale our engineering organization, and improving performance of key components. Thankfully, both raising a round and focusing on internal development fit pretty well with a COVID world that no one could have anticipated. Since sheltering in place in March, we've been able to keep our entire team intact and continue to grow, albeit at a more deliberate pace. Our team spans 2 main locations, one in San Francisco and the other in San Bernardino County, east of LA. As the pandemic came into focus, we made some decisive moves to ensure all of our team members stayed safe. We immediately suspended testing, which involves 2 people together in a cab, and transitioned our workforce to remote work before shelter-in-place orders came down from local and state governments. For willing drivers, we shifted them to moving freight in manual mode to contribute to essential freight movements during the lockdown. In order to keep everyone busy, we also set up a program to retrain our drivers and operators to manage other tasks while testing was suspended. This included training them to use various software tools to support data labeling and annotation work. In many ways, the challenging environment of the last few months has really highlighted the benefits of the startup mentality. We have veteran drivers willing to learn new software tools to contribute to data analysis. One of our engineers brought home an entire air brake test bench so he could continue working. His living room was taken over by brake chambers, control valves, ECUs, and an air compressor all around his coffee table. We've also spent a lot of time making sure we keep our company culture alive. While we can't enjoy each other's company in person right now, a couple of our team members built this amazing replica of our office with Gather so we could hang out in our virtual kitchen and socialize. Going forward, we brought on a Stanford virologist to consult on the best way to design our operations and office environments so that we can be as productive as possible without compromising on the health of our employees. While the pandemic has disrupted business as usual for literally everyone on the planet, we are optimistic that our team, our investors, and our development strategies will allow us to continue toward our goal of bringing self-driving trucks to public roads. Probably the most common question I get is, when will I see a truly driverless truck going down the highway? There's a lot of pressure to put a date on that goal, but I think the passenger vehicle side of the industry learned that throwing out dates in the future creates short-term hype but undermines the industry in the long term. So I'll just say we have developed a clear internal roadmap and a series of gates we know we need to be able to pass through before we can be confident that our technology is ready for deployment. Alongside that, we are continuing to work with Fortune 500 shippers, truck suppliers, fleets, government agencies, law enforcement, and other stakeholders, so that when our technology is ready for the world will be ready for our technology. Thank you, and we'll see you out there on the road.